Yes. Yes. Welcome into Say Hey Plays, Season 3, Episode 3 now. Appreciate everyone for joining me. As always, nice to see everyone excited about baseball season bright and early here, day 3 of baseball season. Appreciate everyone in here. As you guys all may know, my name is Jose Bouquett. And yes, this is season 3 of Say Hey Plays, and a little different iteration, obviously, but it is still nice to be back with you guys on Pub Sports Radio. And yeah, we've done pretty okay so far in the season. 8-4, up 3 units. Can't complain. Long season. Let's just keep the tide rolling. So it's going to be a good time nonetheless. And of course, we do have a guest on Saturday and Sundays here, rocking and rolling. Cannot wait. This Saturday, popping off the champagne bottle. We're just uncorking the champagne bottle and throwing it at the ship. And we're doing it so with one Daby Cab. Let's bring him on. Hello, Daby. How are you doing?
What the fuck you mean this Saturday, Jose? I'm going to be here every Saturday with you, regardless, because we want to win, just like last year. So I'm going to be here every Saturday with you.
All right, Daby Cab, Saturday guest. So there you go. It's nice to see you, Daby. How's basketball? How's the baseball season? How are you?
Man, last night was tough to watch. Whether you bet on Houston or Duke, either way, it doesn't matter. It sucks to see somebody like Jamal Shedd go down, the Big 12 player of the year.
Oh, he got hurt? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I watched it a couple times. He's pretty hurt. He rolled his ankle pretty bad, but it's part of sports. We're here now. I'm excited, man. I got 3 bets already today. I like all 3 of them. Maybe we'll make more, maybe we won't. Like last year, this volume, it dictates itself by what we think we're going to win. No need to have 10 bets. No need to have 1 bet. We have what we have. We're going to win. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like you said, man, JPZ, Justin, Kent, Moose Money. Good to see Moose in here, man. Our Padres guy right there. Everybody, Jose, let's go, man. You're killing it early in the season, huh?
Yeah, I can't complain. I really can't complain. 8-4, whatever. We'll keep rolling. I'm not going to get too excited because it's only day 3 and we're doing this every single day.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
A couple questions. Have you bet the A's?
No, not directly. I bet them first 5 and I lost, and I bet them first 5 here. Well, first 5 under, I should say. I bet them first 5 under and I lost.
Yes, and you've lost 1 bet on them, and you've only got.
And I'm on it again here today.
Okay. Have you bet the Rockies?
No.
Okay. You see where I'm going with this right now?
No, but I have considered betting the White Sox today. I think the White Sox are going to be a little better than people expect out of the gate, and then as the season progresses, they'll be shittier. But I have not moved on the White Sox yet. And depending on your flavor of the Mets, I was also considering moving on the Mets. So have not bet on any bum shit teams yet. But when those minus 300 comes, I will be betting against those, and those will be very fun to watch. Shout out to Troy Torrance. Shout out to Troy Torrance. He put out a good graphic today about how, what odds you have to hit at what percent to break even, and et cetera, et cetera. And I saw the plus. There's 300 is only 25%. I was like, man, give me them plus 300s. All I gotta do is hit 25% on the minus 300 fade. So,
do you know how hard it is to hit 25% on minus 300 teams?
Apparently not that hard, because they lose all the time, according to the last 2 seasons of me betting it. So I just don't bet it consistently enough. And this year I will. But it's gonna be fun. Going to be fun. Let's talk about this card, Daby. We've got a pretty heavy card. The back half of it's kind of shit, and I, I'm not very interested in the back half of it, but I am excited about the first few games here. And like you mentioned, the volume comes and the volume comes. If we've got a shitload of bets, we've got a shitload. If we only got one. And right now you have more bets than I do, apparently. So I'm excited to see that.
What I was going to say. We're going to keep our record, because I know for a fact your overall might not have been good last year, but I know you did good on Saturdays. We dominated Saturdays. And the reason I brought up that every Saturday is because even if you do have another guest, I'm still going to come in and give you my bets. Okay.
Of course.
Because we're going to go positive on Saturdays right here on Pub Sports Radio. I will make sure and keep the record. It's not just my record. It's our record as a team. Don't fuck me, Jose.
Well, I say I wouldn't try to, but it would be kind of funny. But so let's go into the chat here. Appreciate everyone. We'll get right into this card. Shout out to Justin McKelvey. Over in the Rays game. Stacks POD. Shout out to you. Morgan Spooner dropping his play of the day. The Padres money line as well. Shout out to Moose Money. Nasty Nate in the chat. Chief Keef. Or no, it's actually Chief. I was thinking Chief Keef, Love Sosa. There we go. See, look at me. Referencing songs. I know songs. Gonza.
Have you ever heard the song?
Yeah, I know that. I couldn't. Could you, gun to head? Could I name another Chief Keef song? No. But that's all I've got. I even dropped a Migos reference yesterday. Do I remember? I was Walk It Like I Talk It. See, I'm cultured, Daby. I'm cultured.
One of the Migos is dead, right?
Yeah, I did learn about that. I was like, Jesus. I was like, well, shout out to him. But that's typically how that shit goes. But shout out to them. Moose Money asking where the beatbox. That's how that goes. I don't know why.
What goes?
Murders in rap groups happen. It's crazy.
We're saying easy picks from Dave. Easy.
Whoa. No one's referencing as all of them are criminals. Like picks from Dave said that one. That was great. That was one of the funniest things ever. But I can't believe Dave said that. That was great. And I love how we can reference it now as a recurring segment. And he said it with you. I believe it was you, right?
It was a dumbass thing to say from a dumbass person, but hey, that's just me. So
yeah, I thought that was great. And apparently, I'm gonna ask picks from Dave tomorrow, and it's gonna be very fun because he's our Sunday guest. If he's the burners, I'm going to confront him to his face. I'm like, Dave, is it you? Are you Kelsey? Are you all these fucking people?
Listen,
but it'll be fun.
Kelsey is a gold member. Kelsey can be whoever he or she wants to be. Okay.
Cabby, I actually, I heard that there was a reconnaissance mission with you and one unnamed figure in this Pub Sports Radio universe, but I'm sure everyone guesses who it is. I heard there was a reconnaissance mission and some facts and evidence came out.
Listen, that person slid into my DMs, and I know better, okay? Girls like that do not slide into your DMs, guys. Just listen to me and take it to heart and hear me. A girl that looks like that does not slide into guys' DMs. Guys slide into their DMs. Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah, no. If the aforementioned Kelsey would have slid into my DMs, I'd be like, "What the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck? What are we doing here?" So it's crazy. But let's get into it, guys, because I'm enough of this nonsense off the top. It's nice to see everyone in the chat, guys. JPZ, shout out to JPZ, did a great job. Palooza and all the intros. Damon. All you guys. Damon Santori had himself a tough day yesterday. He cashed out of a parlay that was going to cash and the whole thing. But I'm sure he's going to cash here today. So shout out to you, my man. Nasty Nate. All you guys. Rocco Rogers in here as well. Even though his name is Rocco, but his name will always be Rocco to me. Julian Cesario. By the way, Julian Cesario in that leather jacket. Shout out to you, Julian. Jesus.
Dabby don't get catfish, JW. Dabby don't answer catfishes, okay? I ain't stupid. Dabby ain't getting catfish. Come on, bro. I've been around the block too many times.
Oh, man. God. That you just made it too easy. Like, it would have been too obvious if it was a catfish. If she would have DM'd me, that's the, like, obvious. Like, you're obviously a catfish. What is this woman trying to DM me for? Wow, but yeah.
DM me sorry because my bets missed. Fuck you, man. I don't need a reminder that my bets list. God damn it.
Sorry. That's great. Yeah. Fuck you're sorry. Yeah, all right. Let's talk about it. Now, Dabby, I took a page of Sharpie's book and I wrote down a list of pictures that I wanted to back this year. And I actually do have a little mini fade list as well. But I have my list of pitchers that I like this year. And not number one because of his skill, but number one because I think he's going to have a great year this year, and maybe he'll be underrated, undervalued, is one Luis Severino. I think he's in a perfect bounce back season for him. Just didn't work out in New York at the end for whatever reason, injuries, et cetera, et cetera. Needed a new start somewhere. Didn't even have to leave home. Just goes across the town, goes to the Mets. Apparently has changed a bunch of shit in his life, eating habits, whatever the fuck. And he's looked pretty good. In the spring training, I've written down some of the spring training starts. Again, take them with what you will. Daby, I know you say that they matter. I think they matter a little bit as well.
I could just go off of.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. But in the opposite sense, I mean, fucking Cole Ragans and Pablo Lopez were getting dominated all spring, and then they come out there and pitch amazing. So again, take it with what you will. But Severino, last couple starts in spring, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 3 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. I mean, I think he's just going to be a good pitcher this year. Brewers lineup is susceptible, but here is the thing, Daby. I need things to correlate, as my father, James the Bag, would once say. I need things to all line up. I'd like the market specifically to be on my side when I'm making these bets. And I will not fade or go against the market very much this season. If any, I will not. And unfortunately here, Daby, we've got 68% of the bets and 94% of the money on the New York Metropolitans. And I need to refresh because the last time I checked, this opened up at minus 130. And it dipped all the way down to minus 113, minus 115. It's shot back up to minus 120, but it's gone back down to minus 119 on Bet Online again. I just think that the market is saying, take the Mets, bet them today, blah, blah, blah. And I think the Brewers might come out here and win the game here. And I can't, go against my lean here or my guy. I think Luis Severino is going to have a good year, but the market's not rolling with me here today, Cab. So I think I'm going to be off this game. Now, I'll mention the totals market real quick before I pass it to you here. Let's move over to totals here in 7.5, 85% of the bets and 94% of the money on the under there. So very interesting. Thinking both these guys pitch well. This opened up at an 8 and, probably see quickly. Actually, not even that quickly. It dropped to 7.5 pretty recently, actually, within like the last hour or so. So we're 8s. You're seeing 7 to 7.5 now across the board. It seems like this might be another low-scoring Brewers win by the market standard. But I like the Mets here, and I'm just not going to bet it because of the market. What do you think, Cap?
I think you hit it on the head, man. You got Hall, who's pitched like 30 innings in the big leagues. I don't think he has a start. I got his AAA ERA last season was 4.22, but I mean, that's AAA. I don't want to go off that. And you got Severino, a guy who, he's a veteran, right? He's been there. He's done that. He's got under a 4 ERA lifetime in the bigs. You said in spring he was outstanding, which is true. He only gave up 2 runs in 14 innings. That's a 1.29 ERA, 0.71 whip. So, yeah, it makes sense to back Severino and the Mets here, especially you got a better pitcher at a pretty decent price. But it seems like the market's begging you to do it. So, fuck it. We won't bet this game. Maybe you look at the over, even though the number's coming down. Look, if Severino's not going to do what we think he's going to do, then I think there's going to be runs. And if there's going to be runs, maybe you look at a first 5 over.
Yeah, JPZ saying the unknown pitchers are very profitable early on. Fade the Mets, bet the Brewers here. In my opinion, shout out to you, BJ. BJ and I were head-to-head yesterday in Yankees-Astros, and I don't like betting the fucking Yankees, but they keep coming through late in these games. That Astros bullpen, very interesting. Maybe not as deep, and the Astros are starting to show cracks. I'll put it like this. The Astros are starting to show cracks. They've kind of made some interesting offseason decisions. They don't have their same general manager that built all those teams. So I'd be, early on, I again, I'll say this again, Dabby. I was quietly already thinking, like, I don't think the Rangers are going to make the playoffs again this year, and they're going to fucking go ahead and go back to back. But now I've been watching the Astros. I'm just like, the Yankees this good, or are the Astros just not going to make the playoffs this year? I don't know. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I think Severino is going to be good this year, guys, but I just don't think this is the spot for him. So not for me here. Nothing for Dabby. Let's keep on rolling. White Sox, Tigers here. Kenta Maeda, who at one point, Dabby, I said was closer to the KBO than MLB. And then he went up there and just shoved it up my ass and pitched well for the last half of the season with the Twins. And then just said, fuck the Twins, and went ahead and took a free agent deal with the Tigers in division. And the Twins are obviously, they're not going to stop him, because I honestly think he's washed up. I'll say it again. I think he's closer to the KBO than I think he is to the MLB. Now, obviously, the White Sox are a great team to start your season against, because they kind of suck. But I'll be honest, Garrett Crochet looked great. I think he's going to be bet on. Mike Soroka here. He's been hurt in perpetuity fucking for the last 4 years. And he had a pretty healthy offseason this year. He got traded, obviously, but he got shut down last season with shoulder inflammation. I have a feeling that shoulder inflammation, might have been, overhyped, exaggerated a bit for the offseason or for the injury report, because they didn't want to keep him on the roster. So they throw him on the 60-day. They trade him to the White Sox. And again, he has a pretty healthy spring. Last couple of starts in spring, too, really good. 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, not earned, 5 Ks, 1 walk. 4 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 5 Ks, 2 walks. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, 1 walk. It is 1,000% here for me. White Sox are pass. And I've been back and forth, Dabby, and I think you might be in my head a little bit, because I don't want to sit here and bet the White Sox in front of you, as they are, as we know, a horrible team. But I truly think first month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I think this White Sox team is going to be bet on and have some value, because everyone's going to think they're horrible, and they will be bad. They will be bad for sure, but I think it'll take some weeks. It'll take a pitcher injury or two, because Garrett Crochet is not bad. I think Mike Soroka can be not bad as long as he stays healthy, and we'll see how this rolls out. But I haven't moved on the White Sox yet.
Gross. Bro, how do you even the White Sox scored -2 runs this year in spring training?
Yeah, they suck on the offense. They suck balls, and they're right now.
Literally.
Yes. But
-2.
here's the thing. The market at least is on my side in this one. Let's talk about where it opened. Opened up at -140 for the Tigers. Has dropped now down to -129, -130, around there. And let's go to, and of course, by the way, Action Network, not giving us all these fucking money movements yet, you sons of bitches. Not giving it all yet. We need it, Action. I'm going to fucking send a harshly worded email soon. Yeah, I'm going to move on the fucking White Sox, Cab. I'm sorry. I'm going to do it right in front of your face. I hate to do it. I'm not betting on the Mets.
I'm not going to talk about this game. Just make your bet and go ahead. Have fun. Listen, man, I hope that you win. But if you fuck my Saturdays that I just told everyone would be positive as a unit by betting on the White Sox, the A's, the Rockies, and teams like this, you're not far enough away, bro. I will come find you.
I am not. And you do know where I live. So that is nice. But 88, again, Action doesn't give us the money percentage because they're cunts. But 88% of the bets, no money percentage, but 88% of the bets on the Tigers. And the line has moved towards the White Sox. Give me these fucking White Sox, man. Now, again, I have to find out how I want to bet them. And I think it's going to be a first 5. And I might even add a team total in here. I just need to check the markets here. But I would like to hear from the chat. People in the chat, obviously, let me know what you guys think as well on this game. I'll read it right now, but I need to find this game first. So first 5 here, and I can get a 3.5 -130 sucks. So I don't want to do that. Plus 110 money line first 5 is looking like where I'm going to be rolling with you guys. So it's very bad. Julian Cesario's liking the White Sox here.
15 games. How do you have a
And I
bet on
have
the
no
Phillies?
action on any of them right now,
Well, you do
Cabby.
now, Jose.
I have one bet. I need to catch up with you, obviously. But White Sox money line plus 110 on my card now. First 5 here. It's gonna be very, very, very sweaty, but it's gonna be very funny. And I think JP's right. This is my pimp lap play of the day. The Chicago White Sox. Listen to Mike's laugh here, Cat.
Cost you $10 if you want to park.
Do it.
But Jose, how much?
Yeah.
Did
He's so happy.
We always say, like, people don't meet your expectations. There's a few people that you meet that do, though. Mike's one of those people. He's exactly the same in person, just a little bit more smiley.
Yeah. He's much more joyful than you would expect, and a lot taller in my head. I thought he was going to be a lot shorter, but
did you meet the Martian?
I don't think I met the Martian.
Mike starts talking in Morse code after about 7 drinks, and it's absolutely hilarious. We were sitting at the Airbnb, and Razor already told this story, but Mike looks at him. He goes, Razor. Blah, blah, blah. And Razor looked at him, and Mike looks back. He goes, good talk. And Razor goes, the fuck you mean good talk, Mike? You just said blah, blah, to me.
That's hilarious. Fucking Mike. I can't wait to see Mike again. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Woo! I can imagine that too. That's Ixnizzle as well. After a certain point, he becomes that as well. It's quite funny. Let's go to our next game. And Daby, you've probably not heard me say this, but I think these are the 2 best teams in baseball. I don't think that's a hot take. And my team that I planted my flag against this year, my Rangers of this year, as I've called them, are the Dodgers. I don't think the Dodgers will win the World Series. I actually think the Philadelphia Phillies will win the World Series. Now, I say that as they got their asses, promptly smacked around yesterday, and it was an Alvarado-Matt Strahm combo that blew the game for them. And again, by the way, Spencer Strider remains undefeated against the Phillies in the regular season, 9-0 now. Freaking crazy. Here's the thing. And by the way, there's another person that's undefeated against a certain team that we'll talk about that I think I have to move on. Comes up very soon. I just never want to bet these games, Daby. I just think these 2 games are their 2 teams are really good. And betting an under like Jimmy did yesterday, shout out to him, cashed easily. It feels terrifying for me with these fucking lineups that are just so good. Like, the Phillies, they just come at you. They have their shortstop, who regrettably is good, even though he can't field baseballs. Kyle Schwarber's there, Bryce Harper, et cetera, et cetera. And the Braves just come at you in waves as well. They lose Sean Murphy. Guess what? They still have Travis d'Arnaud, and he's really good still. So I'll tell you what right now, Daby. I stayed off this game. Nola and Fried both. I'll say this. Nola got breaded up this offseason, and he pitched really well in the spring. 5 2/3, 2 hits, no earned runs. 4 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run in his last 2 starts. The guy I'm a little worried about is Fried. He was hurt on and off in the last few years, and he's been healthy. And I don't know what it is. I always expect more from him. I expect him to be better than Nola, for some reason, I guess, but I just can't get there with him, and I just can't trust him. Now, he's pitched well against these Phillies before. We have enough data on these guys previous times, so that's nice. But 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, 2 walks at the Philadelphia Phillies. Both of these starts are at the Phillies again. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, 1 walk. So just both good starts. Again, keyword in the regular season, because if you look at his playoff numbers against the Phillies, he gets fucking destroyed. And I just don't know what to make of that, honestly. I guess I just fade them in the playoffs and bet the Braves in the regular season against the Phillies. But I stayed off here. Nola against the Braves real quick. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs in his 3rd start there against them. He's had plenty, obviously, but that was his last 3. Market-wise, real quick before I pass it off to you here, Daby, and an excellent, excellent game here. Man, 68% of the bets, but only 1% of the money on the Atlanta Braves. 32% of the bets and 99% of the money on the Phillies here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right.
Baby. I'm on the Braves first 5, man. You got freed at a fucking a reasonable price. That's the end of the conversation. Look, I know Aaron Nola is a good pitcher, but he's not on the same tier. I'm sorry. We're talking about a guy here for the Braves. I guess in 2021, he had a 3.04 ERA. He had a little bit of a blow up. Excuse me. He had a 3.04 ERA in 2021. But we're talking about a guy going back to 2020 that's barely gotten above a 3 ERA. Season in and season out, we're talking 30 games, 28 games. I know last year he only had 14 games, but still had that 2.55 ERA. And this is a big spot for him to prove, that he's ready to come back. I know you said you're a little bit questionable. I think this is a bigger start for him than it is for Nola. I think the Braves are a better team. Obviously, these are great teams, but I got the Braves in the first 5 here. I just took them on the money line. Like I said, you got me freed with the money line. You won't get that very often throughout the season. I don't care who they're playing or what situation it is.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're on the right side here, Cab. I really do, because let's talk about that. Hey, you say that people go against you all the time. I've been lockstep with you. We've been riding together these last 2 weeks.
That's
what we've been right here together.
Yesterday was no good, but last week was great.
Daby Cab made me a shitload of money at Palooza. I appreciated his efforts. So,
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to reciprocate here in baseball. I know you're not gonna, tail any of my picks, but hopefully we get on something similar. But
I tell you what, if you bet on a team that's not the White Sox, A's, or Rockies, I might do it.
Okay, fair. I'll let you know if I ever bet on any other teams that aren't those teams. Let's talk about this. It opened up at minus 125, for full game money lines. We'll talk about first 5 specifically here in a second, because that's what you have, obviously. But we talked about it. 99% of the money on the Phillies. And, it crept to the Braves. Yesterday, 6 o'clock, it was minus 134. But at 4 a.m. today, it went minus 129, then 32, then 29, 28, 27. So I'd rather be on the first moves here, is what I've started to look at here. Now, shout out to Troy Torrance. He tracks this stuff more often. I just do use my, my mind and try to remember all these things. And I obviously can't remember dick shit. Excuse me?
Troy and I aligned on one of my bets today.
Oh, good. Excellent. I love that. But yeah, I think the line's moving towards the Braves here still. And again, all the money, it's been on the Braves, moved them up early. And now that's coming back a little bit with Phillies money. I like the Braves here. And, depending on how my card shakes out, I will write them down here as well for myself here. Braves
we got
first 5.
A good turnout here on Saturday, man. I've missed being up here with you guys on Saturday. I mean, we've been doing the live streams, but I miss doing like the breakdowns, getting to the bets. Everybody in the chat, hit the like button if you can. We got over 156 people in the chat on YouTube. We got over 220 between Twitter and YouTube. Share it. Go to Pub Sports Radio and retweet it for us. I know sometimes Jose and Jimmy don't always say that, but I'll say it. I don't give a shit. It helps more than you guys know. Hit the like button, run it up. I mean, there should be at least 150 likes right now. There's no question about that.
That's funny. I don't give a shit. I'll say it. Yeah, he's right about all these things and then some. Hit the like, share as always. I'm leaning Braves. I'll see at the end of the card where we're at, but I like it as well. All right, next game. Daby Cab's Oakland A's. I've thought about just putting Las Vegas A's on that bitch already. Just putting it on there and just leaving it to the next 4 years or whenever the fuck they move. But yeah, let's keep this one short and sweet, Daby. Here's the thing. I lost on the first 5 under in, I think it was opening day. It was Alex Wood, I believe it was. I get Alex Wood and Stripling mixed up for whatever reason. But it was Wood and Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber dominates, shuts out the A's. Of course, the Guardians score 6 runs. They were horrible against lefties last year, and I'll put a number to that right now. Against lefties, second worst, 83 weighted runs created plus. It's like, okay, well, they're bad against lefties last year. Are they going to be this bad again this year? Let's find out. They crush Alex Wood. All right, well, Alex Wood sucks. We all know that. Hand up, Alex Wood sucks balls. I can admit that. He might know that. Who knows? JP Sears is just better. JP Sears is just a better lefty, and I believe in JP Sears a little more than Alex Wood here. So I'm going to run this right back. We're going to take the first 5
betting
under.
on the A's now too.
First 5 under.
God,
we're on the first 5 under.
Have a good
We're
day.
on the first 5 under. First 5 under. I'll say it again. Tanner Bybee, good enough to shut down the A's. I think JP Sears can hold down the Guardians. Easy bet for me. I run it back again. First 5 under here. I have to go find it because I didn't bet it yet. Oh no, I did bet it. Just kidding.
Rance is right. I can live with your under, Jose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I swear to God, I thought you were about to tell me you were betting on the A's first 5.
Don't worry. I'm on the A's first 5 under 4. There, even money. I think this will be a low-scoring game, and this is just another test because I think it's obvious Bybee can shut down these A's. They fucking suck at offense. We know that. Just hold down the Guardians, who are second worst against lefties. Sears. That's all I'm asking for here. So I'm gonna get my money from opening day back. First 5 under here. What do you think?
Well, I think that the Guardians are not a great baseball team. There's no big take right there, but I still think they're a shitload better than the A's are. Okay. Like, I mean, the A's are that bad. I just wanted everybody to understand they are genuinely that bad. Okay. Sears is going to have to pitch his ass off for the A's to win this game. Can he do that? I mean, yeah, he can. Sears is good. I think Sears is one of the only pieces that the A's have, like in their entire pitching staff. I'll give you that. Sears can pitch. But do I trust one player to back a whole team? No. Maybe for that under. I get it. I think the Guardians could be a good bet here, though. I mean, the Guardians are just a better team. I don't know why we wouldn't consider taking a run line with them. You're on the road, so you don't got to go first 5. You can go run line full game. Probably get a really, really good price on -1. Obviously, you get plus money on 1.5. Or you could just take that -133 money line. I mean, Guardians are staring me at the face right here. So I don't know, man.
Well, I abstain from betting all -1s, -1.5s. I'm sure you've heard this before, Daby, but I did my record and I broke it down between like bets, what I do well with and what I do poorly with.
Did you do teams?
No, I did not do teams. Teams would have been a little bit too difficult, unfortunately.
You'd find out something
the Red Sox. The Red Sox. Daby, here's the thing. Daby, I'm glad you've mentioned this. I have vowed to not bet the Red Sox this season. I am not betting the Red Sox this season. Just a happy observer. And I would like to report we are 3 days into the season without a Red Sox bet. So everyone just pat me on the back. Pat me on the back. I'm a recovering addict. I have not bet the Boston Red Sox this year. So thank you, everyone. I'll appreciate the thank you for your services later.
I'd make a bet.
I will not bet.
You would add the A's, the Rockies, the White Sox, and maybe a couple other teams to that list. I bet you have a positive season.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. There will be times when I bet those teams. There will be times, I can tell you that. But I will not bet the Red Sox. Let's talk about the market here real quick before we move on, because we obviously know Daby Cab is not going to bet the A's. He likes the Guardians in this game. This game opened up at a total of 8. It did drop down to 7.5 here around 11 a.m. I'm assuming these times are Eastern. So there you go. There's the drop there. So that makes me feel better about my 4 there. And there was 4.5s actually as well. I wish I would have gotten a 4.5, but I'll take a 4 at even money. It's fine. And then the Action Network is slacking on the market in this game. It only gives me 60% of the bets on the over in this game. No total percentage for the money there. And if you care about the money line,
15 tickets on this game.
There's 11,000. I can tell you that it's actually more. It's much more bet than the Tigers White Sox game, only at 9,000, and Blue Jays Rays only put 5,000 apparently. So people love them, the Guardians here, because 91% of the bets are on the Guardians, Daby. So
I guess that's what makes sense. Everybody's betting the Guardians.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, let's go to our next game here. I'm on that first 5 under. Those are my 2 bets thus far on the card. White Sox first 5 money line and the first 5 under there for even money. Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals. And here we are at the man that is undefeated against the Kansas City Royals. Joe Ryan has not lost a regular season matchup against the Royals here in 2 years. It's very funny. I need to double check. Believe it was 9-0. I don't know. I think this is my favorite thing now. I stopped being a cheap bitch and I decided to get a stat head subscription. Shout out to Baseball Reference. And I like the way they do their batter versus pitchers more, or batter versus team, or pitcher versus team, I should say. And it's just very interesting to see that you can see all of their games lined up and the results. And it's just funny to see a 6-0, by the way, 6-0 Joe Ryan versus the Kansas City Royals. And admittedly, it worked with Spencer Strider. I want to bet it here again. And it's a bettable range at -120. And I Seth Lugo, new signing. I'm sure he'll be amped up to be there, et cetera, et cetera. There's just, again, some things that aren't correlating, and it's not making me feel great about it. Start off again. Thank you, Action, for actually having the percentage of money in this game. 26% of the bets and 95% of the money on the Kansas City Royals here. So very popular dog there. And by popular, I don't know if I could say popular in the sense of a lot of tickets, but big bets on them here. And let's talk money line and see where this has moved. Where are you, Joe Ryan? There you are. This game opened up at -120 for the Twins and has, only just crept up 3 cents towards the Twins with all that money on them. It's funny. It's 76% of tickets on the Twins, but just all that money on the Royals, and the line has crept up towards the Twins. I'm close to betting them here as well. Daby, what do you think? You're muted if you said something.
Close to betting who? The Twins?
Yeah.
Okay, I can live with that. You know what was even more impressive about Ryan's starts against them is he only gave up 6 runs. So the wins are one thing because the offense can come up. But in all those starts, he only gave up 6 runs last year against Kansas City. First game, Twins didn't do the best, but they were hitting the ball. Last year, if you look at what they did against right-handers, they were fine. Lugo did pitch decent against the Twins, but here's the deal. The Royals don't have a bullpen, right? So this is one of those games where if you're looking at a -120 or something under -130 full game, just take the Twins full game. I know the first 5 might be appealing because Ryan's the better pitcher, or we like to think Ryan will be the better pitcher. Fuck that. Full game here, money line with the Twins. As of right now, I'm not official with this, but this is one I really like, so I might get there.
I'm moving on the Twins as we speak. I've got -122, unfortunately. But yes, I'm with you 100% on the full game as well. The Twins have, Fangraphs thinks the Twins will have one of the best, if not the best, bullpen in baseball. And I was like, wow. I mean, that's kind of shocking. I know Duran's going to be really good. He's going to be one of the better closers in baseball. But yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I'm on Twins full game money line -122 there for me. And I'm glad my card is starting to come in together because I did write down Minnesota last night as a play that I liked. And I'm interested. I don't know why, these pitchers, obviously pitch well against certain teams. And I saw BJ mention that Joe Ryan is a home road splits guy. And I wanted to see what his home road splits in his career are because, obviously 1 year of home road splits you can take that into account, but I'd like a bigger sample size, and I'll specifically mention last year home 383, road 522. So it's not like BJ's just chatting shit in the chat. He's speaking facts. But career 365, 452 on the road. So I see it, but I'll mention specifically his road starts in Kansas City last year. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and then 2 and 22, 5 and 2/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run, and then 6 shut in another one. So, yeah, I think we'll have a full game advantage here with the Kansas City Royals. So, Why are we fighting old men here?
That's what I'm
Damon
laughing at. I
Sampson?
don't know what the chat's. I don't know what they're talking about, but I see David in there saying he'll fight an old man. Good for you,
Yeah,
bro. There's a few
yeah.
people when I was growing up, like that I told them, like older people. I said, look, when you're old and you're in a nursing home, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that to Nasty Nate. I think. I think when he's like 99, when he's 99, I'm just gonna go into a nursing home and I'm just gonna fucking knock off like his tapioca cup or whatever he has in his hand. It's like, see this bitch, and it'll be funny. So shout out to Nasty Nate wherever you are. That would be hilarious. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
when
how
Nate's
old he is
asking for
either.
some water on his deathbed, we're gonna be like, here you go, and just drop it.
Throw it on his face. Take your water. Man, that's funny. Shout out to that. Let's go to our next game. We're starting to get into the games that it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly here. Jared Jones. Can someone else confirm that we have a Jared Jones sighting in the Major League Baseball atmosphere? Because I was pretty shocked to see this, and I was like, "What the fuck? We're 3 games into the season." And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do some research into Jared Jones. He's 22 years old. That's part of the reason why no one knows who this is. Or at least I didn't know who he was. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. The Pirates are a super young team, blah, 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 blah. He's pitched well in the spring. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no earned run, or 1 earned run. I wrote down no earned run, 1 earned run twice. Good job by me. 1 earned run, 5 Ks, 4 walks there. Ugly, but he got out of it. And then another one, 4 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs. 4 Ks, 1 walk. So he's earned the spot. Ryan Weathers, I feel like I've seen him pitch for 30 years now, and he's been in the majors for like 3 years, and he's like 20, 21. I just can't get there with him either. I have no interest in this game. Now I'll mention he is a lefty, and I would like to check real quick to see if we have any lefties in our top spots here. I doubt it because George is not on the Pirates. Anyone there? Because, obviously I have the numbers, who are the best hitters against righties and lefties from last year, just to give everyone some prop looks, if anything. But, yeah, I've got no action in this game, and I'll give you guys the market before I pass it to Daby Cab here, because I have a feeling he's not going to have action in this shitty game. 45% of the bets, 74% of the money on the Pirates here. I'll tell you, the Pirates have looked just better than the Marlins, and I think they will be just better than the Marlins this year. Action's not giving us money splits, but I'll tell you, 67% of the bets are on the over here, and it seems like this number did go from 8 to 8.5 here. I will confirm that in just a second. No, I know it's 8, and it just popped up from 8 to -115 to -117, -120-ish, so... Yeah, no action for me here, Dabby. Anything for you?
So I tell you what, at first initial look at this, it's just like, fuck this game. I have no interest in it, right? But I tell you what, what's so awesome about what we do here at Pub Sports Radio is the chat, man. You guys in the chat, some of the best cappers, that I know out there. And I saw some people, shout out Damon, he dropped Pirates first 5 team total over at plus money to it, plus 120 for over 2.5. That makes perfect sense to me. Weathers... A lot of people, like our guy Moose in the chat was trying to say, people think that he might have found it or he's going to find it. And I don't think so. Last year he had 44 innings pitched. He gave up 55 hits. He's given up more than a hit per inning. His whip was terrible. He doesn't have the best swing and miss stuff. You go Pirates team total, you go Pirates first 5 team total, or you just pass. That's how I look at this.
Agreed there. And by the way, shout out to, I forgot who in the chat just mentioned it. We did skip a game here, and it's a pretty good game actually.
Orioles.
Well, yeah, I would say it's a one-sided good game, because boy, oh boy, have the Orioles looked good. And thank you to who said it. I just saw that someone said it, saying that we skipped something, but appreciate whoever said it. I believe you did.
Shout out to my boy Caleb in the chat, Silent Bob. It's funny because my advice to everyone is, take it easy at the beginning of baseball. You've got almost 200 days to bet, 163 days. You've only got almost 200 days to bet. And he sends me a text on day 1. I got 25 units. This is what I bet it all on.
That's electric. I like Caleb already. Shout out to ye old Silent Bob, who What is that? What is their duo name? I can
Jay and
picture.
Silent Bob. Are you kidding me?
Okay, yeah. See, I thought they had a different name. I thought there was some name. I didn't watch their movie. I know what they look like at least. But yeah, shout out to them. All right, yes, let's go Baltimore. Angels here. Weird game. In the sense it's just the line movement here was really perplexing. Now I thought minus 157. That's crazy. I thought that was really cheap, honestly, for an Orioles line here, and I wasn't gonna bet against or bet on the Orioles here. 95% of the bets on the Orioles. And let's talk about the line movement here because, and under certain circumstances, you could find me on the Angels in this game, at least like team totals wise here, because this game opened up at minus 170 and it just dropped. It's just dropped all the way down to minus 156. In action again, not giving us the money splits, but 95% of the bets are on the Orioles, and the line just keeps falling down towards the Angels here. I think this is an Angel spot in some form or fashion. As like I said, I'd have to bet team total just so I wouldn't have to worry about Griffin Canning. But yeah, I think this is an Angel spot. I'm not going to bet it. I'll just sit back and watch and let it cash like I did with the cash cow. Shout out to Troy Torrance. Troy, just keep letting me know when those are popping in the chat, and I'll bet them. Troy, by the way, Cab, he's been cashing. His trend is, if it's minus 180 to like minus 250, and the line moves in your direction, you just win. Like if you're a public and the line moves in your direction, you just cash. The big favorites just dominate in those scenarios. 2-0 yesterday on the run line with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Who, Troy, I put in a three-leg parlay on last call. But of course, that third leg was a tennis play that I got from the chat, and you know how that goes. That was a loser, unfortunately, with 3-leg parlays, because that is what they do. They always lose by one leg. That's just classic. All right. And yeah, Troy, shout out to you. That we need all of that shit. We need all of that shit. But yeah, I think this is an Angel spot here, Daby. I assume you would never bet the Angels.
I mean, I don't know if I would never bet the Angels, but Grayson Rodriguez can pitch his ass off, man. Did you watch him pitch last year? Man, I don't want to go against that guy on the first game, especially not.
I agree.
This dude can pitch, bro. When he's on, he's got like no hitter type stuff. Now, it's not obviously going to be there every time. But I mean, this is like, wasn't all the money on Baltimore in the first game also? And it's why Jimmy stayed off and you stayed off. Everybody was betting Baltimore. It seemed way too easy to bet Baltimore. And then what happened? One thing I'll say this is I think it's more important to watch the market later in the season. Nobody has a fucking clue right now, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I don't give a shit if it's Vegas or the smartest computer or the smartest person in the world. This is baseball, and it's the most volatile sport there is. Nobody knows what's going to happen in these first few games. It's a shoot up. It's a crapshoot. So for that reason, I would not let the market put me on the Angels. I would only bet the Orioles, or I'd stay the hell away from this game. I've got 3 bets today, and I've got one that I might add. For me, that's plenty of action. So this one just unappealing. Rodriguez can pitch.
Agreed. No, I'm right there with you. If I was only betting on the market here, I'd probably be on the Angels again, probably team total. But I really like Grayson Rodriguez too. I think he's going to be really good this year. So, agreed there. Shout out to you guys in the chat. You guys are dropping some good knowledge in the chat. Troy asked you about Canning. Do you have any thoughts on Griffin Canning, who pitched okay in spring? 4 2/3, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks, 2 walks in his last one. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run, and then 2 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run. 4 Ks, 4 walks on that last one. So command obviously still not there.
I think he has immense upside, right? I think that he has a lot of potential as a pitcher. But I've seen personally in my life, like with people I know, and then also like just through experience, potential doesn't always get you there, right? He does have an upside as a pitcher. I think he has the ability to be great. But can he sustain it? Can he do it consistently? I don't know yet. And he has not proven that to me yet.
Yeah. Can't get there. Pass for me. But shout out to the person that let us know we skipped it. We appreciate that. Let's go back to the AL East. Blue Jays Rays. Shout out to Mikey Money, got me on the Rays. I bet them live, and it didn't tweet it out, so it's not on the official record. But as Daby says, it's more important if it's in our wallets. So we were happy. We were happy with that. I took it. I just quietly cashed. We were fine with that. I've had really no feel for this series, though. I've been quietly just watching because I don't know. This is one of those years I just really don't know what to do with the AL East. Daby, I think the Red Sox are going to be pretty bad this year, and I've again not bet them, and I will not bet them this whole season, Daby. That's a promise. But I equally don't know what to do with the Rays. Like, I think the Rays could be horrible this year. I think they could be a last place team, and saying that about the Rays usually is sacrilege. They'll always find a way. Zach Littell is one of those guys. They found a way. He was a former Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox threw him to the trash heap, and then he becomes a pretty solid pitcher with the Tampa Bay Rays here against Kikuchi. Yusai, as we call him around here. I mean, he's great. Everyone loves Kikuchi. I was going to say
Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi.
Yeah, I mean, you say Kikuchi.
I say Kikuchi.
I do love Kikuchi.
I love
Kikuchi more than I do love Coochie. I can't admit that.
I love Coochie more than you love Coochie. Are we talking about the same thing right now?
Kikuchi.
Coochie.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
Okay.
I was gonna say that I kind of could see an under here, but my guy Justin McElvey saying stacks play over 8.5. So why would I even try to get an edge on this game? I really just don't know. What to get when to get in this game. So let me read off the markets here. I'll pass it to you, Daby. Only 75% of the bets only on the Tampa Bay Rays here, but no money splits, unfortunately. Fucking action, man. God, it's going to fucking hoe us out of these bets, man. It's going to piss me off. And for the totals, 67% of the bets on the over in this game. Now, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go to my line movement website to see if it's moved really 5 cents towards the Rays here. So you can take that with what you will. And by the way, a moment that I was pretty proud of myself and made me feel like I was an actual capper during Publipalooza. Me and Troy used the same line movement website. Maybe he was just using the one that I was using, but
I was just trying to make you feel good, Jose.
Yeah, it may be. And I was just like, I got my computer after I saw the website. I was like, wow, I'm a real capper. So it's gonna be great. So I'll pass it to you here, Daby Cab. What do you think about this game? And I'll answer your question, Dan Kelly, here in a second. But go ahead.
Our guy Zach, only 7 innings or 7.1 innings against Toronto last year, but did give up 7 runs in those 7 innings. Tampa Bay's bullpen struggled early in that first game. This is tough, man. I don't expect a ton out of this Toronto team, but right when I don't expect that, they're going to turn around and slap me in the face. This is one of the tougher games on the card for me. I think I'd have to back Kikuchi. He's 5-1 in his starts against the Rays here. But he did give up 8 runs in his last 3 starts against Tampa. So, which isn't so bad. That's not terrible, especially if he's getting 6 innings. That's not bad at all. I think I'd lean towards Kikuchi here, especially at plus money. As a matter of fact, that's probably a pretty damn good bet. Damn, bro. Maybe I do need to bet Toronto here. This is why when we got so many games and I get here and I think about it more and more, like I hadn't really considered it. I think I'm going to have to put my money on the Blue Jays here. Fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it at all. I mean, I'll tell you, career-wise, Kikuchi's 5-1, and those are just recorded wins. In his 9 games, he's pitched against Tampa Bay, and this is through 2021 when he was on Seattle as well. He's only lost 2 of those starts. So 7-2 team record when he pitches. Now, I mean, the numbers aren't like spotless or gleaming, I should say. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs. Those are okay. Then the one of his losses, he got crushed for 5 earned runs in 5 innings. And then before that, and these are all in 1 year. These are all 23. So he saw them a lot last year. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. So I'm off.
In the chat,
Yeah.
Dan Kelly just said at the beginning of the MLB season, when they get down to the 3rd starters, you have to take the plus odds. Dan Kelly
Yeah.
is a very, very smart gambler in our
Yeah.
chat, and that is a very, very smart comment from a smart gambler. So pay attention when Dan Kelly speaks.
I agreed. Shout out to Dan Kelly and shout out to our Orlando Magic, Danny Kelly. Appreciate my man. Let's go on to the next game here because it's going to be a very, very interesting. Oh, and Dan Kelly's question. By the way, I put my schedule in the description of the chat. So I'm going. We're doing the show. We're doing a baseball segment every day. You know, it might not be a necessarily dedicated show, but we're doing a baseball segment every day, Dan. So I'll go through it right now. Monday, I'll be on with Daby Cab and Medicate Monday to give out a play, and I'll also jump on Last Call with Mikey Money on Monday. So shout out to them. It's going to be fun doing Medicate Monday with Daby. Tuesday, me and Loshak and Jimmy are all together breaking down the card. Wednesday through Friday, me and Jimmy break down the baseball card. We'll have an added guest as well joining us. But Jimmy and I break down the card then. And then Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, Say Hey plays by itself, breaking down the card and the shows that you're watching right now. So that's the schedule. Like I said, I put it down in the description of the chat for those that might have questions. Like I said, we're doing at least a baseball segment every day, going around trying to give everyone some love and doing all these shows and everything. So it's going to be fun. And yes, yeah, apparently going for the podcast equivalent to the Lou Gehrig Award. So that's funny. Yeah, I'm. And by the way, yeah, we are going every day here. So I did bring back the counter, and I can't wait to see how long we can go up. But let's go to the next game. And Daby, you're close to moving on the Blue Jays, correct? Oh, I think I froze. So, okay, there we go. I guess I'm back. I froze there for a second. So I'm assuming you said you were on the Rays or the Blue Jays, excuse me. Okay, cool. Awesome. You're muted.
Yes,
That's
close.
why. That's why
close.
I guess I didn't hear you and I was a little frozen as well. So that's good. Reds Nationals. Let's talk about it because it's one of our favorite days of the year back in our lives. And for a variety of reasons, people get excited. Patrick Corbin back on the mound here in an MLB game. Everyone's favorite pitcher to fade or back here. It's very funny. I think he is the pitcher that compared to his ability to pitch, everyone gets excited about. At one point 2 years ago, I think it was fade Patrick Corbin every day. Last year, he was pretty okay. And he made money for people. So I respect Patrick Corbin. But on the other side,
hold on.
Go ahead.
The market adjusted to the fact that everybody was fading him. He wasn't that great.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not winning any Cy Youngs. He's not a good pitcher. He's just was profitable in some circumstances. Now, I personally was not a Patrick Corbin backer last year. I can't get there with the guy. Makes me nervous. He'll show signs of being the guy that won the World Series, but I couldn't get there either. And let's talk about his counterpart here. I mean, Hunter Green is really, really good when he's out there. I'll tell you that. And now everyone knows throws hard as fuck. That's kind of his thing. But can he keep the ball down? The long ball is always the issue because it goes in hard. It can come out even harder. And I want to look out the weather in this game specifically because 18 mile an hour winds blowing out to left center here. It's a 9.5. Again, I said this earlier in the week. I know it's cold, but I saw a 9. I was like, that's crazy. This is Great American Ballpark, probably the second most offensive ballpark in baseball. A 9.5 again here. I could see an over pretty clearly. I'm not betting it because I could easily see these Nationals hitters being overpowered by Hunter Green, and I don't want to rely on just one side to score all my runs here in a 9.5. But let me tell you, it was interesting. 88% of the bets here on the over, no money splits because action are a bunch of skunts right now. And for the total, let's look at the line movement to see if we're seeing tens pop up, because if we're seeing tens pop up, I could easily see everyone in the chat, starting to move on those 9.5s. Oh my gosh, actually, tens pop up. They're already here, folks. This game opened up at a 9, and it just steamed all the way up to 10, and it's happened here in the last hour. So yeah, tens across the board now. So yeah, no action for me. It makes sense, obviously, why this is an over game, but nothing.
Green's problem is he walks too many people. That's it right there. If he can cut the walks down this season, he's got absolutely elite stuff. The wind blowing out at 17 miles an hour at this ballpark is fucking crazy. I mean, the ball already carries in this ballpark. Sending the wind straight out makes it even crazier. I like the over also. I don't want to go against Green. I think, like I just said, I think he's got the potential to throw a no-hitter on any given day. And there's not a ton of pitchers I'd say that about. That's twice today. Not a ton of pitchers I'd say that about. I think Green's got that type of stuff. Obviously, we're not going to see that today. I'm just saying he's got it there, right? Okay. But I like the over. So how would I do it? I would take the Reds. I mean, I'd take the Reds team total. -165 is putting that right at the point where it's like they want to make sure nobody takes the money line. You don't want to take a run line at home. They made this game dirty, Jose. They did this game dirty. I mean, the line is – this shit is dirty right here. So I think maybe Reds team total over, or maybe even you nut up and take the Reds in the first 5 on the run line.
Yeah. Can't I think you said it perfectly there. Top Set says it perfectly here. Too much juice. And Bo Jackson, by the way, just dropping this in here. 0-3 record against NL East teams. So very interesting. And yeah, Troy, 9.5 was too low. The 10s are here. 10s are everywhere now. So yeah, I agree there. And by the way, for people that were wondering how Corbin did this spring, 4 innings, 3 hits. Sorry, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs there. 2 Ks, 2 walks, 3 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, 2 walks, 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, 2 Ks, no walks in that last one. So he's okay, but obviously runs to be had in this game. So nothing here. Let's move on to Daby's defending, reigning World Series champions. By the way, again, Daby, congratulations on your World Series title. I was the biggest Rangers doubter out there.
I still don't know how they did it.
And they made the playoffs by the skin of their fucking sack. But they made it and they did it. So congratulations to them. Bruce Bochy, great manager. All that being said, I did tell you at the beginning of the show that I was leaning again towards the Rangers not making the playoffs. Now, I think it's going to be Rangers, Astros will battle it out here. I think the Mariners obviously going to be very good.
That's a dumb
I'm not betting it. I'm not betting it. Don't worry. I was just leaning that way. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to doubt the Rangers again. But I do think this is going to be a tough year for them. Now, obviously, injuries, make it a little more difficult for them here. And they didn't add anyone because, they had a bunch of financial issues. But Cody Bradford in game 2 is, it's disgusting here. But so is Kyle Hendricks. So, I mean,
Kyle Hendricks ain't much better. Rangers lineup is fine, man. They just need their pitching to get healthy. Once the pitching, if they're in
that's why everyone's like over. That's why, you just look at this game. The first you think is over. We know Kyle Hendricks has a history of being worse on the road as well. He really solved that last year. He was the exact opposite of that last year. But
Barry Smith is back.
Oh no, Barry! I missed you, Barry. I was just talking to Mike M about Barry Smith the other day. Shout out to my guy Barry. It's nice to see Barry. Now baseball season's officially back now. Thank God.
Shit.
Thank God. So Moose Money dropped it in the chat. His home ERA or road ERA last year was phenomenal and a complete flip of what it usually is. So I think, I stay off this game. I see Troy, who is from Chicago area, Illinois, is going to be on his Cubs today. Daby Cab, what do you have to say about your Rangers?
Yeah, I'd probably bet the Cubs today also if I was going to bet a side on this game. But I'm not going to bet a side. And listen, I'm going to explain what I'm betting and why. I know that I missed the Seager prop the first game over 1.5 total bases. I might have missed it, but there was a diving play in the hole that was an absolutely outstanding play. Second baseman fucking took a hit away from Seager. It would have cashed. Didn't get there. No big deal. I'm back on 1.5 total bases again. Hendricks is, like Moose said, he had a good road ERA, but he's somebody that I definitely see Seager getting around on. And I could see the Rangers getting behind in this game. And I love having a prop with somebody like Seager when the Rangers are losing. Like if they're down 5-0 or something like that, and I maybe get, a little lackluster pitching here from the Cubs, I think we're going to get it. Seager over 1.5 total bases. I can go through his numbers again, but I already did that for you guys just the other day. So just know it's where it's at. And I'll be here again and again and again and again at the right time this season.
Yeah, no, Corey Seager's great. And if it wasn't for my minus 40 unit record in props, I would join you. But yeah, no, he's phenomenal. By the way, again, if you're wondering, best hitters against righties last year, Corey Seager, weighted runs created plus, 183 weighted runs created plus, third best in the league, behind this guy named Shohei Ohtani. Ever heard of him? And Yordan Alvarez. So, yeah, he smashes. So you're 100% right about that. All right, that's it for this game. Let's keep it moving. Oh, God, I'm so glad Barry's back, though. It really feels like Say Hey Plays is back when Barry Smith's in the chat, just roasting my ass. So thank you, Barry, as always. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's go to my New York Yankees, apparently. I've bet the Yankees. Well, I didn't bet them on opening day. I wanted to. I stayed off. They won. I bet them yesterday, first 5 full game. I split that one. We'll take it. God damn it, Daby. I want to bet them again. I really do. And
They're
I think
your favorite team, bro.
I know it's been
Listen
sickening.
to me. And I'm going to tell you this because I always tell you I'm not a fan and you're like, whatever, bro. When you bet on a team and they win you money, you will start to like them. I don't care who they are. So if you keep betting on the Yankees and they keep winning you money, you will partially become a Yankees fan, which means you are no longer a real Red Sox fan.
Well,
I feel like I'm that. And if you lie to us, you want to lie to us, that's okay. But if you're betting for real, which I know you are, I've seen you make your bets, you're going to start to love the Yankees the more they start winning you money. It's just facts.
It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I'm glad at the very least yesterday it was the Venezuelan guys making moves for the Yankees here. But here's the thing. Like I said, I've got my list of pitchers. I said yesterday, Carlos Rodon was one of my guys. I think he's going to have a bounce back season this year, and I think he's going to pitch really well. He pitched. Now, was it a fucking sweat? Was it every inning there was a guy on base? Yeah. But the Astros are really fucking good, and he managed around that and pitched a fucking great game. I think the same thing for Marcus Stroman this year. I think Marcus Stroman was a great signing for the Yankees, unfortunately. I think he's going to be a good pitcher this year. He was hurt all last year, and the dude is never fucking hurt. I will bet on the bounce back from injury here. I think he pitches well. Now, again, do I want to bet on the fucking Yankees to sweep the Astros at the Astros? They've won 6 straight. They've won 6 straight in Houston as well. I don't think I can get there is the shitty part. I just don't think I can get there. A sweep here. And by the way, let's not forget the Astros have a new manager. Dusty Baker's not there anymore. They're going to want to win one for the manager to get his first win out of here eventually. There's plenty of fucking veterans in that clubhouse that I'm sure think about that shit. Let's go to the market real quick before I pass it to you, Daby. Astros here. I'm on the total, so let's not talk about that. We want money lines to start off here. Money lines here. Thankfully, Action's giving us some fucking readings on this one. 59% of the bets and 57% of the money on the Astros. Let's talk about where the line has moved here. Is the line at least moved commiserate towards it? By the way, this game opened up at a 9, and I was on totals again there, but has moved down to 9.5, or went from 9.5 to 9. So very interesting. And this game, interesting. It's opened up at minus 130, and it's only 3-cent move towards the Astros here, and it's 50-50, split. So Yeah, I guess if I had to make a play on this game, I'd pick the Yankees, but I'm not going to move on this one. This one will be a stay off game, and I think the Yankees could end up winning this game. And if they do, I'll be a little pissed that I didn't bet it, but
Man,
I
they're
think
your
it'll
favorite
save me a
team, bro.
sweat.
Don't pass a good bet on the Yankees.
Well, yeah, it's fucked up, Dabby, because everyone else I've heard is like low on the Yankees. They're not going to make the playoffs. I'm sitting here like, fuck, I think the Yankees win the division. This is horrible.
Yeah, they got a pretty good baseball team, bro. They got a bunch of pitchers that can pitch a lot better than they did last year, and that's the thing.
100%. I agree with that 1,000%. I think that the half of their rotation bounces back.
Yeah, and you got to remember, like, it's not always the easiest place to pitch in New York. Also,
yeah, because their pitchers are also a bunch of little bitches. We have to remember that as well.
Careful, bro. You're talking about your favorite people right now. All right.
Right.
Anyways, let's get back into this game, right? So Yankees last season, they got to Brown. He saw him for 10 innings. He gave up 7 runs in 10 innings against the Yankees. That's 2 appearances there. He did go 1-1 in those 2 appearances. Last season, Brown had a 5.09 ERA. He's one of those guys that he's got the stuff. He's just got to, what's the word I'm looking for? Mold. He's got a mold. We need to see more molding from Brown. He's not there yet, right? Stroman, for me, Jose, I can't bet on him. I can't bet against him. He's one of those people in the past 3 years, if I've made a bet, he finds a way to lose it no matter what side I'm on. So I have to pass this game. I lean the Yankees with you. I totally get it. I think you got the better pitcher on the mound. You got plus money for him. Maybe just go first 5.
I'm off. I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot. I'm not. I think the Yankees win tonight, and I'm just going to be a pussy and leave it off because Dabby, we're low volume kings here. We're low volume
bro.
kings.
You got 162 fucking days to bet this shit. You might as well take your time with it.
Yes. Moose, suck my balls. I hit 67, I think, when we did that throwing thing. Suck my balls.
Yeah,
Suck
Moose, he
my
was
balls.
using one of those baseballs that had the radar like right there on the front of the baseball.
Fuck off. There was a radar gun. Were any of those balls strikes? No, but they were hard. All right, let's go. Let's go to our next game here. And again, shout out to this game. I lean under in this game too. Shout out to Top Set in the chat. It went from 9.5 to 9, so I agree there. Next game. First off, I just need to do this. Moose Money. Moose Money. Shout out to Moose Money alerting us about Joe Musgrove being a hurt in the early spring and basically got me on the fade Joe Musgrove trade last night. We took Giants team total over. I took it after he put it in the chat and his reasoning. We scored 3 runs in the first inning. Feeling great about myself. The Padres come in, add some more, easy over. We're all slapping dicks and high-fiving. We were feeling great about ourselves. Now, can you do it again, Moose Money, is the real question. But shout out to you. That was great. And whenever we bring up Moose Money, I feel obligated to play this. Shout out to Moose Money. And when I play one video, I feel like I have to automatically play another video.
Toss you $10 if you want to park.
Do it.
But Jose, how much?
Oh God, it fucking kills me. It's just his scream, his squeal of glory, his squeal of just glee. it really tickles me. So shout out to Mikey again there. Makes me happy. Yes, so let's get back to this game. Very interesting pitching matchup here. Jordan Hicks and the early theme of these last few days have been these relievers trying to become starters. It did not work for Puck. He walked everyone and their fucking moms yesterday. I expect his next start to be a lot better, obviously, but I expect his next start to be better, and Daby Cab hopefully will be back here soon. Jordan Hicks joining that bunch. Now, man, I don't know what it is about Jordan Hicks. He's trying to collect the bag here because I think he could be a great closer. I really do. And he just wants to do this damn starting thing. And I respect it. I respect the effort, man. And so let's bring up his spring training numbers here because I did not write down the back half of these guys' spring training numbers. So I want to bring these up, and then we'll talk about our friend, good old Dylan Cease here, who making his Padres debut, and I cannot wait to watch him in a Padres uniform. Going to be interesting. So let's talk about Hicksy first. Last 3 starts in spring, very good actually. 5 innings, so stretched out to say the least. 5 innings, no hits, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. Hicks, very good there in his last start. Welcome back, Daby. 4 2/3,
bro.
We know how the Wi-Fi is in your.
That wasn't even Wi-Fi, bro. My shit froze. Every fucking thing on my computer was just frozen.
That happens. So it's nice to see you back. 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, 3 walks. And then another 3-inning no-hit performance, 6 Ks, 1 walk against Oakland. Just shoving during spring. So respect to Mr. Jordan Hicks, who is ready to go starter-wise. I think it's very beneficial that at least these relievers have been training to be a starter this whole offseason, like Crochet and Hicks here. So we'll see, and then we'll see what happens with Puck. Like I said, I think he pitches better next time. But Cease, I think this is pretty cheap for him, honestly. And I didn't know, where to go with this. I respect Hicks, and I just didn't want to have any action on this game. I wanted to hear from the chat, obviously. 48% of the bets, 71% of the tickets 48% of the tickets and 71% of the money on the Giants. Very interesting. So sharp action seemingly on the Giants here. This game opened up minus 135 for the Giants for the Padres, and has dropped. And actually, it took a 10-cent jump down at 8 a.m. this morning from 132 to minus 124 there. So interesting. Again, it's obviously early. The market's still not, 100%, but 10-cent jump to the Giants there. Sharp action on them. It's very interesting here. Daby, what do you think?
So I bet this game. I think the easy look at a side would be the Padres, because you got Cease's first start, and Hicks, like you said, is not a starter. But I'm not going to go with the side here. I do have some respect for Hicks, but how long is he going to go today? How long was his longest start in spring training? Do you have that in front of you?
I think he's stretched out. He went 5 innings in his last start. So I think he's
in spring training he did.
Yeah, so he's full starter now. So
well,
we should
be very
throw
clear,
that
though.
out.
He just because he went 5 innings doesn't mean he's done it consistently, right? Doing it one time and doing it consistently is 2 different things. It's kind of what I was talking about with some of these pitchers that haven't hit form yet. I haven't seen it from. I know what he's got for an inning or 2. I don't know what he's got for 5. And I think at some point, this Padres lineup is going to break through and get a couple runs off him. And then obviously we'll get into the bullpen and get a couple runs. I don't like the juice, but I didn't have an option, right? If you can get a 4 for the team total out there, you probably won't have to pay any juice. I had a 3.5. It's minus 131 is what I paid, but I got Padres team total over 3.5 for the game, minus 131. And I want to talk about something with Soto being out. I think a lot of people were really quick to think, oh, Padres are sellers, this, that, and the other. They've still got an outstanding lineup, okay? I mean, great hitters, whether you're talking about Tatis, Machado. I like Kim, the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim, if I said that right. Did I say that correctly? I thought so. There you go.
You did great.
I like him.
You did great.
He's got that big pull swing. He can send one deep to left anytime. I think that this Padres lineup still has a lot of really good hitters. And I also think that sometimes somebody like Soto can be a cancer. Maybe he's not a cancer, up there in New York because they've already got a couple other Sotos on the team, but something didn't mesh well with him in the Padres. I could never put my finger on it, what it was, but something always just felt off. Like there was, I don't know, like some chest bumping amongst the own fucking team. So I think maybe getting him out of their lineup might have helped him. We'll see. That's a very weird comment to make because he's such a good baseball player. I get that.
No, I think you're right. There was definitely something wrong in the locker room, and it's going to be funny when the Padres this year have a better record than the Padres last year. But yeah, no, I agree with you there. Maybe it wasn't Soto specifically, but something
was off, bro. Something had been off too since he got there.
So. And that's exactly why they changed managers and stuff. So, no, I agree with you. I'm off this game. Shout out to Moose Money, by the way. Also dropping that rain in the forecast for this game. He said 100%, which is hilarious to think 100% rain, 100%. but we'll see. Light rain and drizzle during this game. Hopefully they can keep playing through it, and it'd be nice. But you have a 4. What did you get there? 4 -1. What?
No, I got a 3.5 -131
for the Giants, or sorry, for the Padres.
Yes, for the Let me say it again, also, so you don't confuse people. Padres team total over 3.5 -131.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. I tend to confuse people often when I speak. So, all right, let's go to our last 2 games. We know Daby is not betting on the Rockies here. We know that. But I would like to crown one human individually, Daby. There is, records of this. You can look this up. I need to look it up again just to make sure.
Listen, bro.
But go ahead.
If you bet on the Rockies, even if they win by 15 runs, you're not welcome on my show on Monday anymore.
That's fine. I'm not betting on them today. However, I will say again, the most profitable pitcher last year, first 5, the Austin Gomber on your Colorado Rockies, 14-10-3. Very funny. Obviously, that is not a high percentage. It's not 60%. But the odds you get with the Rockies and Gomber are incredible. By the way,
I remember when he started his little run. I thought to myself, I was like, no fucking way this guy keeps winning these bets for people. Brian, he did it. I mean, he did it. Shout out to Blackburn. Shout out to him. I guess some people can just do that shit on really bad teams.
Yeah, it's very funny. By the way, Saturated, we'll talk about that stake bet. We'll talk about that stake bet here at the end of the show. And please remind me of it. I know you're not going anywhere, thankfully, so definitely remind me of it. But yes, Austin Gomber, the best pitcher of the first 5 last year, money-wise. By the way, number 2 and number 3 and number 4, I'll give you guys the quick, top 5 here. Gomber was number 1. Nathan Eovaldi, number 2. Your guy and my guy, Daby Cab, 15-3-1 in first 5s, 83%. That's incredible, my guy right there.
I remember, bro. Guy. I remember it.
It's my guy. Justin Steele, number 3. Shout out to Troy Torrance, 16-4-5. Number 4, Dean Kramer, 15-8-4, 65%. And a name that you're going to be shocked to hear, Daby Cab, Ken Waldachuk, 9-7-3. Again, 56%, but it's just good odds when you bet Ken Waldachuk and the A's there. By the way, the next guy right behind him, old friend Yohan Adon, was 4-0 in first 5s last year. So that is hilarious.
What Saturated? What do you mean? What did he say? Is or was? Hold on. Must be on Illinois too. Okay, yes, I like Illinois. Can't wait for these games. But I told you, Saturated, last game. I said the wrong team's favored, bro. It was the only fucking bet I got right that day. But I got that one right. I said the wrong team's favored. Illinois should have been -2.5.
Who are they playing, Daby?
UConn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spread opened at 9.5. I think it's at 8.5 now. I haven't looked in a little bit.
Well, are we Saturated? Are we doing straight up money line for these stakes? Is that what we're doing? Saturated, because I took straight up money line last time. Saturated
money line.
I took it last time.
On what was the spread?
On 5-point spread. What do you want? 5 points.
That's point spread.
That's what I did last year, Saturated. Or last time, Saturated. I don't make the rules. He wants it. Okay. Well, I guess we're not waiting till the end of the program. We'll stake bet again, double or nothing. UConn versus Illinois. I just found out that UConn is playing Illinois, so I'm riding with UConn there.
It's the Elite 8. What the fuck do you mean?
You think I'm watching that fucking garbage over baseball? No fucking chance. I didn't watch a second.
Out of here, man. Thank you guys for coming to join us on another edition.
I didn't watch a second of Duke Houston. Not one moment of Duke Houston I watched yesterday. Game, yeah, I don't give a shit about these kids playing basketball. There's baseball on. Not one fuck given about them. However, I do want Purdue to win the national championship because I've been saying that for fucking years now, or for a year now. I've said they're going to win the national championship. They're going to do the Virginia, whatever. But it doesn't matter. All Rockies here, Diamondbacks. Obviously, we keep fucking talking about other things because we don't want to talk about this game. There's no fucking shot that I'm going to be on this game. Six. This many percent of the bets are on the Rockies, but 72% of the money are on the Rockies. So that's interesting.
He said this many.
This many. You can count it on your fingers. This many. 6%. However, this line opened up at minus 190 and has just dropped towards the Rockies. So, for me, it's Rockies or pass. I'm not going to bet it, and I respect the king of the first five from last year, Austin Gomber. So, easy pass here for me, but I'll say Rockies or pass. What about you, Daby?
I will say this. Even though he's got such a great pass last season, Gomber gave up 6 runs in 5.1 innings or 5 1/3 inning last season against the Diamondbacks in his last start. And, in that first game, Arizona just bitch slapped the Rockies. What 14, 15 runs? How many runs did they put up?
14 runs in 1 inning.
In the first game of the season? Oh, God damn. Welcome back to baseball, Rockies fans. I hope you enjoyed what you got to see for your opening day.
And that's like the game that, like, if you're a Rockies fan, you're watching opening day. Like, you have all the like hope in the world. And it's 16 runs in 1 inning. You have all the hope in the world, and you tune in to watch your baseball team, and then you have to watch them get fucking beat upon for like fucking 30 minutes in 1 inning. Disgusting.
Just absolutely railed, man. And I think Arizona, I think their lineup still got the same power. I don't see how you bet on the Rockies here. I'm not taking a team to bounce back after their opening day. Fucking, they got bent over. You know, that's just unheard of right there on opening day. So take Diamondbacks here. I guess full game run line. This is the second game where they've made it right like this. They put that minus 165, minus 170 for a home team because, nobody wants to take the home run line because you might not get to hit in the 9th inning. So it's a first 5 type thing. And I don't know. Austin Gomber was outstanding last year in the first 5. All that to be said, fuck this game. I'm going to pass it.
Yeah, I'd be on the Rockies here, but I'm not going to bet it either because I'm not allowed to on Saturdays. So let's go to, actually, and by the way, I have 2 more games left. I always forget the fucking Boston Red Sox because I guess I don't want to talk about them. But let's talk about this game here. Cardinals, Dodgers. I mean, I've planted my flag. I don't think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. I think they're the 3rd best team in the National League. But on days like yesterday and opening day, it's tough to say that because they're just so fucking good. They just look so good. So I respect them. Bobby Miller looked excellent. And I'll really be interested to watch Yamamoto here because he shit his pants in his first start in Korea. Just 1 inning of just bad. And I'm excited to see him bounce back here. And I think he does well. He's one of my guys on my list this year. I think the first time through the league, I think he's going to be really good. Now, I say that, and he got crushed that first time, so I was very interested in that. I'll be watching here again. I'm not betting them, obviously. And do I want to bet Lance Lynn? Let's just go through the reasons why I wouldn't want to bet.
I just want to remind everybody that.
That's one.
I don't care if he pitched decent at the end of the season last year. He's still fat.
2, he pitched decent with the Dodgers, who, if anyone's going to know the improvements he made last year, it's the Dodgers. And they are a pitching factory that do this all the time. I'm sure he's coming back home to, pitch in St. Louis where he used to pitch, but who fucking cares, man? I'm not on the Cardinals in this game either. This was an easy pass game for me. We'll talk about the market because, obviously it's interesting. Again, who's betting a minus 200 favorite money line? I don't know, but we'll talk about it. This many percentage, again, 6% of the money of the bets on the Cardinals, 74% of the money on them is again, but No thanks. I just want to watch Yamamoto here pitch and do his thing.
Well,
so no
I'll
action.
tell you
for
how
me.
you do bet this, and I don't have this available on either of the books, but I need to get one with it. First 5 team total over for the Dodgers. It's probably going to be 2.5, and it's probably going to be plus money. Bang. Lance Lynn, again, I know he threw good at the end of the year. He throws about a 92-mile-an-hour two-seam that he was somehow getting by people. Was it moving? Yes, it was moving, but he's not doing it again, bro. Dodgers are going to fucking smash today. I think they get to him.
I do too. And if you're interested in it, you guys, the line has moved towards the Cardinals. I guess if all that money's on them, might as well move it. But yeah, no action for me here. More money, 74%, 75%, excuse me, of the bets are on the over in this game as well. No money splits yet, but yeah, no action for me here.
Our guy in the chat,
I like that.
Yeah, there, same thing. That's
yeah.
I mean, at least in the first 5 team total over, you don't have to have earn runs. If somebody makes an error or something, you're still good. But either way, I like that bet too.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's go to our next game here. And Moose, is it cold in Los Angeles? Is it cold right now? Oh, I don't think so. And the first game was in. It will be cold. JPZ saying confirm it will be cold. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's. I'll keep an eye on that over because Kelly likes that over. Easy over 8.5. Very interesting. Yeah, Dodgers, I thought it would be warm as fuck.
First 5 team total over. Stop worrying about all of that other stuff.
And
variables. We cut them out, boys. We cut them out. We cut the variables out. You cut the variables out. It's easier to win.
Top set drops the Dodgers run line too till I get fired. So shout out to you, Top set. I think you'll be waiting a while for that firing there. Last game. Mariners, Red Sox. Okay. I'm still not betting the Red Sox. Everyone knows that. We'll throw this graphic up. Have not bet the Red Sox this season. Not going to bet the Red Sox this season. I am not going to have one bet. Money line, run line, first 5. I am not going to have one bet on the Boston Red Sox. Now, totals wise, that might be different, but
hey, over under 55 days until Jose becomes a Yankees fan.
I think you guys should go ahead and take that over. I thought you were going to say over under 55 days until I bet the Red Sox.
Well, you're going to bet the Red Sox. They're going to lose it for you. And then that same day, the same day that you're going to finally break down and bet the Red Sox. And it's going to be like the hardest thing finally. And then they're going to lose. And then in that same day, the Yankees are going to win a bet for you. And you're going to realize, fuck the Red Sox.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, let's go Yankees. I'm going to turn into Pete. I'm just going to have a fucking an accent. I'm going to grow a gigantic beard and just wear a Yankees fitted the whole time. That would be disgusting. Logan Gilbert is phenomenal. Let's start there. I love the Mariners. I want them to win the AL West so bad. I just love their pitching, and that's I don't know if it's just me being a shitty pitcher and that makes me just fall in love with them. But I love Gilbert, Castillo, George Kirby's my favorite of the bunch, and Kirby has pitched against the Red Sox. This will be his 3rd time now. He's pitched against them once per year, basically, and he seems to just give up 3 runs every time. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. And his first one in 21 was 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. I kind of expect the same thing here again. 5-6 runs, or 5-6 innings, 2-3 runs. Cutter Crawford, though, I will say, is like the Red Sox pitcher everyone's been chatting up this year. Like, oh, he's been so good. Look at his stuff plus, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be a future piece. I've been kind of lukewarm on him. My guy to bet on this year, if I was betting the Red Sox, would be Nick Pivetta. He pitched amazing last night. I should have been on the first 5 under in that game. But yeah, I couldn't get there. I'm not going to get there with any, money line side. And by the way, shout out to Matty Ice dropping the taint play of the day. We'll give you respect.
We align on that, baby. I already posted
in a
that
very second. I was really sad to see Alabama beat North Carolina, but now that they're in there, so shout out to you. Let's go to the market real quick. We've got 75% of the bets, no money splits on the Mariners. So to take that with what you will, these late games, probably not going to get these money splits until later, unfortunately. At least we have the total 56% of the bets and 67% of the money on the over in this game. Now let's check the line movement. Bet Online has not moved this from that 145. That's interesting, but this total has gone up, and it does feel like that would be my way of betting this game if I had to bet it here. Opened up as a 7.5, according to my site here, actually, and it's actually moved down to even money for the over. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'd probably lean over, but I'm not going to bet this game. I just don't have faith in the Red Sox offense, I guess. And after a 1-0 loss, typically I expect offense, but yeah, nothing here from me. Daby, what do you think?
I like that over too. It's tempting to grab either the team totals over 3.5 here for both of these teams too. But Seattle struggled in that first game. They got like 8 hits and they got 1 walk, I think is what I read just a little bit ago. That's not terrible, but you're not getting enough base runners right there. 1 base runner per inning is not going to cut it. Yeah. I like Gilbert. I like him a lot. What was his whip last year? 1.08. Here we go. Yeah, 1.08. Opponent's batting average of 233. 13-7 with the 3.73 ERA. One thing he did last year, though, is he gave up too many home runs. If you look into his numbers, he gave up 21 home runs, which is another reason why I just kind of like the over here. But I'm with you. I don't trust your Red Sox, man. I don't trust their offense. So I guess pass here. I got 3 bets. That's good for me. I got some college basketball action. Money's on the line. Money's ready to be made. We're good here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat who's been here with us, man. You guys are the best out there.
Yes, you guys are the backbone of this channel. We appreciate you guys as always, and that's very funny, nasty. Nate, I still love you, buddy. I still love you, and I still love our Red Sox. I mean, I can't get this tattoo off me. I can't. I'm not returning these lovely signs here.
Let's go,
These
Jose.
colors don't run.
We're putting a Saturday record up. All right, we're winning on Saturdays for everybody in the chat. So I need you to do your part.
Yeah, we've each got 3 plays here today, and I think we've got 6 winners.
That sounds good.
6 winners. That's 6 winners right here. So let's recap our action here. Daby Cab. I'll start us off here. And I'll start us off with a team you fucking hate, but we're going to fucking win money on them in these first couple of weeks. The Chicago White Sox first 5 money line plus 110. First 5 under in the Oakland Guardians game, under 4 even money. And my Minnesota Twins money line minus 122. I'll give out these leans real quick. Braves first 5. I just can't get there. I'm looking at minus 130. I don't want to lay that juice. Basically, the only reason why I'm not betting it. If it was minus 120, I would have bet it. Mets first 5. Market's just not moving in my favor. I think Severino is going to be a bet on pitcher, though, this year. Might have a rough first start by the market's indication, but I'll be on him this year. And, of course, my Yankees, apparently. So I like the Yankees here. I just couldn't get there with the full sweep of the Astros, but I'll keep saying it. I think they're going to be a good ball club, and I'll be betting on them, unfortunately, quite frequently this year.
Man, it's so cool seeing people in the chat now that I've got to kick it with them, man. Julian in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, my guy Jay Peasy. Matty Ice, I wish we got to kick it, but next year he'll be there, man. It's good seeing you guys in there. Obviously, Nasty Nate. He's still my friend, but he's not your friend anymore, Jose. Man, shout out to you guys out there. I'm going to give my 3 here. Jose, get one of yours at least, and we'll have a positive day, okay? Because I'm going to get all 3 of mine. You got that?
That's just like in baseball. If I go 333 in baseball, hitting-wise, I'd be a Hall of Famer. So I'd be okay with that.
No, you're not going to be okay with going 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Anyways, Braves first 5. All right, Braves first 5 money line. I got it at minus 123. I took Seager over 1.5 bases again, minus 110. And then I laid a little juice here on this last one. I got the San Diego Padres team total over 3.5, minus 131. My only lean that I'll give you guys that I was out there close to betting was Toronto. I still might bet that. If I do, I'll tweet it out for you guys. Oh, and I got Bama minus 2.5 in college basketball. There you go. There's a full card.
Full game?
Yeah, full game.
Full game. Shout out to you, Daby Cab. Shout out to all of our showcase plays here. Stacks on the Rays over 9.5. Morgan Spooner also likes the Padres money line as well. Matty Ice dropped his tame play of the day, and you mentioned as well, Bama minus 2.5. So we're riding with
nothing but
Don't give a piss about nothing but that sweet, sweet taint. Shout out to Taint. By the way, he's also on Illinois plus 8.5, and
Like
he also took the money line. You know what's saturated? I'm ready for your ass, saturated. I am ready to grab my Huskies hat, firmly wear it, and I can confirm I will not be watching a second of that basketball game. So let me know how it goes, saturated. But baseball is to be played. And by the way, it seems like your Padres play is not going to happen today, Daby, because flash flooding apparently happening in San Diego today. So there we go. So, all right. Appreciate everyone in here. OnlyFans Cat, who might be Dave Rogers. Who knows? Dave Rogers will be joining us tomorrow. Shout out to you, Dave, if you're out there. Can't wait to talk about Dave. And
we just assume every person in the chat that's not a
Dave?
name we knows is
Yes.
Dave. Like, what
yes,
the
that's
fuck?
what I do now. That is what I do now because, like, I see it all the time. Everyone always accuses Dave of the burners, and I'll say publicly, I actually don't think they're Dave, but I don't know. I have no way of knowing, and I assume Dave doesn't have all that free time. But I do like calling all the burners now Dave, which is very fun. So it's great. Shout out to Dave, OnlyFans Cat, Matty Ice, Saturated, Damien Santori, Jay Peasy, Mr. Anderson. Are we talking Matrix or are we talking wrestling there, Mr. Anderson? BJ in here likes Clemson. Appreciate it. Moose Money in here. Thanks, Moose, for joining us. I can't wait to have Moose as well. He'll be joining us here on the weekends. Kelly McInnes, Justin McElvey, Julian Cesario, all you guys. Thank you guys. Talk sports with JT. Appreciate it. If you're here and you've been here, hit the like if you can. It helps us. Get us in the algorithm. Comment on the video below. Let us know what you're on. Again, I say that. No one ever does it, you sons of bitches.
Then let me try this. Put your fucking bets that you're going to make today in the real comments, not right here, and we will recap them. Next Saturday when we come back, we're going to highlight somebody who kills it. Maybe we'll do something for you. I don't know, but you got to first put your comments there, and then we'll figure it out. Comment below what you're betting today, and if you do good, I promise you we're going to hit you right off the top next week.
Exactly. It makes it easier for me to find as well, so it's just very findable. Very findable. So, yes, shout out to you guys. I can't wait. Tomorrow we're back at it with Mr. Burner himself. Picks from Dave. I cannot wait. Shout out to you guys. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time.